yeah, there's always casting calls out there. You got to be careful because everybody and their mother. It's like now
Yeah.
in Jersey with this. Not to get off one subject, and I mean I'm very familiar with this with these carry permits. Now they've moved into things where anybody can have a carry permit in New Jersey. You don't need a justifiable reason to carry the way we used to carry through
Thank
work.
God. Thank
And
God.
I see these people advertising, come to my school, $900. Mika, what is this guy charging for $900? This. It's a way for them to make money. And then when it comes to acting, it's the same way. Sometimes somebody will come across, hey, why don't you just do that? I'll come up and say, hey, I did this. Hello, you still there?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I think you need me. I don't need you right now.
Yeah.
You have to be careful of what's out there. I mean, you might get somebody to give you the right exposure, but for the most part, when they have these open cast calls and be ready because you're going to be doing a lot of them for nothing, for free. I've done a lot.
Oh,
for
sure.
free. You got to go out there and some people, the mentality of some people, it's again, this youth is, they don't want to do nothing for nothing. Where on the long run, you might go on a set, you might just be a guy sitting in the background smoking a cigar, and another maybe well-known actor might have saw you, and then he's gonna go to another set. And he's like, wait a minute, I remember that kid, Tony Fazz. Find Tony Fazz. He speaks Italian.
He's the guy.
He can fit in this role, and then that's how it works. I mean, you just got to be, you got to work hard, and it just goes from there. And that's, but basically, at the end of the day, I say it over and over: if you don't work hard, you're not going nowhere in life. You could be the best actor. You could be the best actor in the world. I mean, you got to work hard. You got to do what they tell you, and But for the most part, yeah, you start out, doing background work. Today it's a lot easier as far as trying to find work. Because with social media, with digital advertising, everything's on the phone. And the greatest part is, I do all of my casts when I audition for something right off the phone. If they want to, hey, they'll go. They'll tell you to come back, for a second audition. And, like with business, I did the first audition with business, and then I sent them a second reel. The second reel wanted me to, the part that he wanted me to cast for. So. Right. That helps a lot. I remember when my little brother used to go, it was always getting a car, drive to New York City. I mean, it's costly. Do it
from your house.
It's costly to go into the city with gas and tolls and everything. Yeah. So now
what's
you
your thought real quick on this carry permit thing? Because for me, I think it's great. I think that if you are a stable, fucking right-minded human being and you want to carry a gun, New Jersey never allowed you to do that. Ever. And now you can. I think it's good. What's your thought on it?
So I've had the opportunity to travel to a lot of great states in that line of work. And I tell everybody this, even before the carry permit came out. New Jersey is what we call one of the most top police heavy states. And what I mean by that is you have certain towns that are I will use Perth Amboy as an example, 3.5 square miles, a little bit over 120 cops.
It's crazy.
When I moved to the town I'm in, Monroe, it's 46 square miles. There was 14 cops. Okay, the crime statistics is totally different. You go out to,
Hold on. Monroe, like Monroe Township, New Jersey?
Yes.
That's where I grew up, believe it or not.
Really?
My whole
Middlesex,
life. I grew up on Monmouth Road. You know where Mill Lake School? You know where
I know exactly where that's. I know exactly where it is.
You drive down 10th Avenue, and if you make a left, if you would have drove straight through, you would hit my neighbor's house. My house would be the one to the left.
Oh, awesome!
And I lived there for 30 years, pretty much.
Oh, that's awesome. I got married. Okay, so
small world.
Yeah, I've been here 23 years now. Going on 23 years.
Wow.
So
but we're talking about the permit. I think
but
it's good.
But I know. Listen. Getting back to the permit, again, other states where, if you live in, middle of nowhere, you're calling a sheriff. Sheriff is an hour out. That's just the way it is. I mean, you could be calling for a sheriff in Trenton. Meantime, he's all the way up in Woodbridge. That's the gap difference, because that's just how big surrounding areas are, and that's your closest backup. So a lot of other states got used to saying, hey, we have to do something for ourselves. Today, in today's world, policing just isn't what it was anymore. These guys can't do their job anymore. I'm glad we're out of the business. I mean, it's a total train wreck. I mean, right now, in today's day and age here in New Jersey and my town, a lot of surrounding towns, they're stealing cars like it's going out of style.
I believe it.
And it's starting to get out of hand. And they know, even if they're, you know, this young generation has zero respect. I don't know who brought them up. They're ramming the police cars, and they're taking off. And then they know, as per Attorney General guidelines, these officers can't chase them.
They can't do anything.
Something minor. They can't do anything, you know. And getting back to this whole thing, I mean, forget about the Second Amendment and all of that. I mean, I always tell people, at least own one gun, have something to be able to protect yourself. And that's why I think I never thought I'd see the day, even though I've had a carry permit since the 90s, that they would allow civilians to carry. But I mean, it's the new wave. I mean, a lot of counties are dragging their feet on it, but at the end of the day, you go across the bridge to Pennsylvania, and I have a carry permit out of Pennsylvania. Everybody carries. I mean, it's a new formality now. There's nothing you can do about it.
Everybody has a gun in PA, bro, and I don't see any difference in PA versus New Jersey. It's the same.
And I just think some people, everybody has their right mind of that they don't. And I've had conversations with people, and I say to them, remember something: criminals don't follow no rules.
Yeah.
And I remember many times when we had PD involvement, we were executing warrants on certain individuals. And one thing that would pop up in the state of New Jersey, I don't know if other states have this, and it would be certain persons not to have weapons. And basically what that means is they're career criminals. They're not allowed to have guns. I don't ever remember in executing a warrant of that nature that the guy didn't have a gun on him. It was a greater fact that he's going to have a gun. And then you get somebody to say, well, he knows if he gets caught, he's going to have to do 5 years. You think he cares? He don't give a shit.
They don't give a shit.
It's
Not
like when they went back to the 10 magazine ban in New Jersey, they dropped 15 down to 10. I asked all friends that are still cops, did you ever catch anybody with a magazine with less than 15 rounds? Absolutely not.